Hello, guys. How you doing today? Welcome to FarmerHubTV once again. Thank you for joining us on our live show today. We are very happy to be here to be talking about pig farming today. And if you like the kind of content that we're producing, I would be very grateful if you go ahead and you subscribe on our YouTube channel, click on the like button and on the notification button as well, so that we'll be able to bring more content to you as well. And also, I would love you guys to, share your ideas, comment on the show, and let us know what we can do better than what we're doing right now on the show, so that we'll be able to um, get a better content to you guys on the show. Thank you for joining us once again. And like I said, we're going to be talking about pig farming and production today. We have a very unique guest on here who is an all-round farmer and who is also into pig farming, and is going to be the one that is going to help us with what we're going to be talking about today, which is basically about pig farming. His name is Bayonle Salahudeen, and I'm very sure I pronounced that very well. But I'm going to bring him on the show for him to also introduce himself, tell us a little bit about himself, and also give us a little insight into who he is, how his farm is doing, and everything. Good day. How are you doing today, Bayole?
Good evening from here in Nigeria. I'm very fine.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah, I forgot to mention Salahudeen, right? That's your last name, right?
Yes, that's my last name.
Okay, so I I would love you to go ahead and introduce yourself as well. Tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and so that our guests to get to know you better before we proceed into talking more about the pig farming. Thank you.
Okay. Hello everyone. I'm Ridwan Bayonle Salahudeen by name. I'm a young guy, a passionate farmer, and a consultant. I'm basically into pig farming, poultry farming, and rabbit farming. Although I do other aspects of agribusiness too, but that's my main area of specialization. I categorize them as monogastric. So, but majorly pig, poultry, and rabbit. So that's what I do. And I may need to share my experience in pig farming as the session go on, if time permits us. Thank you very much. I think that's all for now.
All right, thank you so much, Byronley. So pig farming. My first question would be: we need a lot of space, a huge land to start up pig? Because I know I know there's a saying that the pigs they give birth to a lot of piglets. So how, if you want to start, it's having a small land a reason not to go into pig farming?
Thank you for the question. Actually, pig farming, like any other farming, is a kind of farming you can start small, as little as 1 room or 2 room at the backyard of your house. Then, with time, you can be thinking of extension. Even
Mm.
though, as you've mentioned, that pig give birth to a lot of piglets. True, it's very very true. But with time is when the piglets are growing that you will need space to be separating female from male. You can actually house them together in the same compartment at the start of the business. Then you can be selling some of the piglets to be expanding your space.
Okay, so a little space is something that can be started with as well. So how do you go about choosing your pigs? Or how do you go about sourcing for pigs to breed? Are they like do you have to get like special breeds, or um do you just go to the market and purchase a pig, for instance?
Yes, yes, I started.
Hello, did you get what I said?
Okay, thank you for the question. Actually, in piggery, there is no general market for pig farming.
Hmm.
Yes, I get your question. I think the question was that how do we go about sourcing for the foundation stock? I think
Yes.
so. Am I
Yeah.
correct?
You're very correct.
So when you want to source for your foundation stock in pig farming, you get from a breeder, another farmer that you know that this farmer is a reliable farmer. So you try to get your stock from him or her. So with that, there are some questions you will need to ask when you are selecting your foundation stock.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need to know the history of the parent of the foundation stock you are buying from that farmer. For example, you need to ask what are the number of piglets that the parent of the one you are buying normally give birth to.
Okay.
What are the winning percentage? What are the mortality percentage when the parent of the stock you are trying to buy when they give birth? What are the what are the number of piglets that normally attain winner stage? So those questions you need to actually ask the person you are buying your pig from before you can buy them.
Okay. So like so how do you, what's the cost? Are the piglets very expensive? Do you need, okay, let me put the question this way. Do you need a lot of money to start a pig farm? My capital, do I need a lot of capital? Hello, Bayonle, can you hear me? It seems we've lost connection with him. We're gonna try and reconnect with him again, and hopefully we should be able to get him back on the show. Is we don't seem to be the network, as always, is pretty bad. So if you like the show, you like what we're talking about, which is about pig farming, how to start a pig farm and be successful in it. Like I said, our guest is Salahudeen Ridwan Bayonle, and he's here to share his experience about pig farming with us, and how to go start in the right way and go from there to commercialize things. So do subscribe on our show, like, share, and also comment on our show. Let us know what else you want us to do so that we can make things a lot better for you and I. And also click on the notification button. Do so that we are be able to, you know, you get notified about our next live shows when they are coming on. And remember, on our Facebook page, our Instagram page, it's all the same word, Farmer Hub TV. And do go on there, share our message. Our message simply is about farmers helping farmers, and no farmers, no food. That's basically what we're trying to pass along to everybody, and how we are able to do things better, encourage other farmers to go ahead and do things the right way. Let's try and see if Bayonle is able to connect now. Hello, Bayonle, are you there? Are you there? I think we've lost him totally. This is a topic we don't want to, would love to talk about today. But the network is not allowing us to go ahead and do that. Um, let me see. Hello, Bayonle, can you hear me?
Okay.
Hello, hello, Bayonle, can you hear me? All right. We're gonna hopefully wait for him to reconnect back on the show. We're gonna give him a few minutes. So our show is basically about bringing up farmers to talk about their experiences, how to do things the right way, and everything. If you're watching us right now, just go ahead and share your comments, your questions, or if you know anything about pig farming as well, come on the comment section. Let's know what you know you can you able to share with other farmers. That's the whole idea. But from the little that I only have talked about is that pig farming can be started as little as possible, and you also have to know your brood stock, which is going to be your main stock. You have to know their history. You have to know very a lot about them so that you'll be able to get good breeds into your own brood stock as well. And there's really no um, specific place that you have to get pigs from. You can source from different locations, and every day, everywhere in Nigeria, there are good farmers that have good breeds which you can source from. So also remember to when I'm the one putting it out there, hire a good consultant who would be able to manage things for you, because they need to be managed out as well. Hello, Bayonle, are you back? Hello, Bayonle, are you back?
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah. The network is bad. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, that's
The
good.
internet connection is poor.
Yeah, I understand. It's okay.
I'm back.
So yeah, yeah, that's good. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, Ridwan. Can you hear me? Yeah, the connection is really bad, and it's gone off again. Um, you know how it is with our show. Sometimes this is all we go through. We've tested everything, everything worked perfectly, but all of a sudden, you know, the network ninja started all over again, preventing us from doing what we need to do. So just bear with us a little bit. We're gonna try and see what we can do to have this connected as much as possible. Uh, just give me a few minutes and we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. I'm trying to get him back on here now, see if I can get him to probably even if it's a phone call or something, so that we'll be able to talk better on here. So just give me a minute. I'm gonna try and give him a call and see if I can get him on the phone. Hello, Bayonle, can you hear me?
Hello? I don't know why the network is a bit poor. The connection is poor.
Okay, you're still live right now. I'm calling you, and so I'm very sure everybody can hear you. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to talk to you on here so that we are able to still do the show, and it's a lot easier because of the network not working too well. Okay. All right. So let's just continue. So what kind of funds capital is needed for one to start up a pig farm?
If someone have a particular building, let me start with building. It's not something big. The building should just be something that has a roof and there is a concrete floor and there's provision of water. So with provision of that, and it depends on the breed of the pig we are going with. There are some pigs of breed that those ones are for aesthetic reason. When we talk of that brown pig, Duroc, that one is very, very expensive. As a starter, we don't recommend that. What we recommend is the one that you can easily sell for pork industry. Those people that sell pork meat, and you can easily make your profit from that one. Duroc too, you can make your profit, but those ones, you are going to be a breeder. So it's not advisable you start with that one because it takes a lot of capital to start that one. So it's better you start with that meat one. And when you are going for that, you are less as maybe 50,000 naira. You can start with 2 pigs, 1 female and 1 male, and they will be fine. In the next 8 months, 1 year, you know what you are going to come up with.
So it takes about 8 months for them to get into where they're going to be giving birth to.
Yes.
Okay. So it's always advisable to start with. So the ones you're getting that you're saying it takes about 8 months, are they going to? What stage are the ones you buy? Are they piglets as well? Or
if you want to buy them, you buy them at a grower. It's advisable you buy at grower. Piglet, they just win them from, winners. We refer to them as winner. Piglet is the one that are just been given birth to till like 7 weeks, 8 weeks before you win them from the mother. So the one you've already take away from the mother, they are being referred to as winners. So if you buy winners, the one from the mother, it just separated them so they can be reacting to the environment anyhow, and you can be losing them all those kind of factors. So it's advisable you go for grower. Grower starts from like 12 weeks upward. So you can get that one. If you get that one and you raise them for like 5 months, 6 months, they will definitely come on eat. You can cross them. If you cross them in the next 114 days, you'll be expecting that's 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days. You'll be expecting your piglet. With that, you've already multiplied your stocks.
So we have the piglets, we have the
winners, we have growers,
the growers.
then we have matured.
We have the matured pigs. So
Yes.
so with 50,000 you can get like 2 different winners, or 50,000.
Yes, sure. Yes, you can get even not early grower stage. You can get we refer to them as guilt. The one that they are yet to be about to be mature to be listed. You can still get 2 of that. My friend just got 2 yesterday, and at that age.
So what do you do about feeding? How expensive is it to feed this for that period of 8 months before they get into that point where they start giving birth?
Please let me get your question clearly.
How expensive is it to feed them? What would you need as cost-wise for feeding?
Okay. With the situation of feed ingredients in Nigeria now, I would say pig is the most simple animal to raise when you consider feeding in Nigeria of nowadays. Okay, I forgot that some of the guests or some of the people that are watching this show may not be from Nigeria. Let me just generalize it. The easiest animal to feed is pig. Let me refer to it like that, because pig can solely feed on anything. Once you can, your own work is to make sure you balance the nutrition in such a way that when you are combining different kind of feed ingredients, you must be able to achieve the nutritional requirement of the pig at that particular moment. Say, for example, I'm so sorry to digress a bit. In poultry now, there is a particular feed ingredient that is what people are being pictured to use, like maize. Now we know what our maize is saying in the market. Unlike pig, I can decide to supplement maize for cassava peel, dried cassava peel. We can easily get that one at even free cost. Free cost in Nigeria. Yeah, I don't know of other countries that some of our visitors might be from, but in Nigeria, you can actually get cassava peel for free, and just little processing. You just make sure you process the cassava peel a bit. You can use it to supplement your maize. So automatically the cost of maize has been reduced like that. So pig is so easy to feed. When you combine cassava peel together with your groundnut cake, instead of soya bean meal is at the high side, while GNC is at a lower side, and they are both the protein source ingredients. So our GNC, the standard GNC can give you as much as 44% crude protein, while soya bean meal can give 45 to 47% crude protein. I think using GNC in replacement of soya is not a bad idea. You will still get your result if you know how to formulate that feed. So pig is a quite easy animal and cheap to feed animal. So that's the way I will put it.
So. That's good. So how do you go about taking care of their health, like your vaccinations and diseases? How do you manage things like that?
Basically, when your biosecurity is very, very okay in your farm, for people that are with us on the show that doesn't understand what we mean by biosecurity, just basic preventive measure like the management practices of that you put in place on your farm to avoid any disaster like diseases to enter your farm from other person's farm, maybe through termites, a carrier, human being, or any other means. once you put that one in place, pig is quite easy when it comes to my management part, so which include the medication and vaccination. Majorly, the routine health management that you need for pig is just deworming, then antibiotics. That one may be you may be doing that one in once in 1 month, once in 2 months. Deworming at least once in 2 months, because pigs, due to the nature of animal they are, that they can eat anything, so their body is a kind of susceptible to a lot of worms. Their body is full of worms, so you need to be deworming them on a regular basis. Then you give them multivitamin. With that, your pig is fine. So unlike chicken, that you'll be following a particular vaccination schedule from this one this week to that one next week. No, pigs, they are so simple animal. And when they give birth, you give them iron injection. So that the piglets, you give them iron injection till they are mature. Just be repeating iron injection occasionally. 3 to 5 days of being given birth to them, you give them iron injection. Then occasionally you give them iron injection too. The reason for that iron injection is that the milk that pig mother, let me put it like that, because of people that are on the show that doesn't understand some of our terms, I will have put it to be sow. We call mother of pig sow. So the sow, the milk that is being produced by the sow, lack iron. Generally, it is being deficient of iron. And we all know the function of iron, that in blood formation, iron is very, very essential. So the piglet will need iron. So that is the reason why you have to find another means of administering iron to them between day 3 and day 5 when they are being given birth to. If there's iron, if you've already put external iron in their system, so even if the milk does not have iron or does not have enough iron like that, the piglet will still be fine without mortality. So that's the function of that.
Thank you so much. If you're just joining us, I know you're only seeing me on the screen, but we do have a guest on call. We had to call him, and because of the network, it's a lot easier this way. We don't want to miss out on our timing for the show. We have Ridwan Bayonle Salahudeen on the show, who is the owner of I believe it's Babs Tech, right?
Adebabs Farm.
Adebabs Farm, sorry. His farm name is Adebabs Farm, and he's the one we're talking to right now about pig farming. He's an all-round farmer, and he has a poultry. He has fish farm as well, right? And what else do you have right now? Is that
rabbit and pig?
There you go. So he's an all-round farmer, basically what we call integrated farmer, and he's also a consultant. He's always hoping to help out other farmers to be able to get the full potential of their farm. So I have his phone number scrolling at the bottom of the screen. If you want to reach him, you can go ahead and reach him there. So if you like what we're doing, do subscribe, share, and click on the notification button, and so that you'll be able to get to know when our live show and the guest will bring him back on comes on. I also want to thank a few of our fans that are commented already. Oyewumi Aderibipe, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Olatunde, that's our in-house person. Thank you also for joining us. And like I said, for today, this is going to be our go-to. We're going to have Ridwan on the phone while he explains everything to us, and you're just going to see my face for today. That's all you're going to be seeing. I hope it's okay if you don't mind that. Ridwan, we've talked about startup cost. We've talked about feeding. We've talked about the kind of land that we need. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about housing, the shelter. Where's the best place to house pigs? Is it going to be concrete, wooden, or iron cage? How is it best to house them?
The major thing you need to consider when you are housing pig that always come with the best form of housing is concrete flooring. That one is number one thing. Pig is not that easy to raise on cage system. Though some developed countries are actually using cage system, but that one costs a lot of money. So with a kind of startup farmer that is expecting to grow to become a commercial farm, it's actually advisable you use a concrete flooring. Then the body can now be wooden, though wooden is not that durable because pig, as we know them to be a destructive animal, like people normally categorize them to be, but I don't categorize them to be a destructive animal because that is their own nature. That is what God has created them to be doing. So it's not that they are being destructive. So the body can be a kind of like mold, maybe blocks, maybe like his coach, or how do they put it? But just halfway building. But the flooring must be concrete because pig we try to, if it is just only sand floor, pig they will be dirty, they will just be messing that place up. But if the place is a concrete floor, so it is fine. The body can now be a wooden body, or it may be a block or cement or anything like that.
Also, my next question will be about marketing. Now, okay, I've started. I bought 2 pigs. They
Okay.
giving birth. I know they give birth to a lot of piglets most times.
Yeah.
How do you market them? Do you sell the piglets, or do you, like you said, there are different stages that you can have them. So if I'm starting with just a male and female pig, and after 8 months they give birth, say for instance like 10, how do I go about marketing them? Because it's going to be a lot to feed 10 piglets with the parent and all that.
Yeah.
So how is marketing? At what stage do you sell, or do you keep some of them for your own brood stock if you want to increase? How do you
Okay.
go about all that?
With marketing system, I would say it depends on the main goal of the farm. If the farm decides to be a breeder farm, like breeding farm, pig breeding farm, so you can be selling the winners, the grower, to other farmers that are ready to start their own farm. So you can be selling them to them. Or if you are targeting meat industry, pork industry, so you can be selling it for all these people, pig butchers, they are everywhere. Though religious sentiments that says don't eat pig by Muslims, some Muslims carry the mentality of their Quran said they shouldn't eat pig or something like that. Well, that one is a discussion for another day because I'm a Muslim too, and I'm an advocate of pig business, and I eat pig. Yes, I eat pig. I can tell you that. So that's a discussion for another day entirely. No, if someone is targeting local market, ready market is always there. Pork industries, because even checking through the profile of pig industries in Nigeria, I think pig industry still need a lot of development. We still need a lot of hands to venture into pig farming. Unlike poultry that you can easily get deer, that getting eggs is quite easy than getting pork meat because the number of people that are raising pig is quite low compared to the number of people that are consuming it. Let's even now say due to all those religious sentiments, the Christians they have no religious sentiment against eating of pig. And when we now talk of, especially in this Nigeria here, Nigeria as my case study, when you go to all those eastern part of the country, those ones, in fact, they don't cherish other meat as they cherish pig meat. So that pork meat is the best to them. And Ijebu too, I think I've been able to stay in Ijebu for years too. So Ijebu part of Nigeria too, they are Yoruba. And they, even those festivity like Christmas and New Year, they don't kill any other animal except pigs. They normally use rope to tie their pig in front of their house, like Muslims to tie their ram during the Ileya. That's what they do there. So there's ready market for that in Nigeria. So let me use Nigeria as a case study.
So there are so many avenues that you could market them for either
Yes.
breeders or for the meat industry as well, both local and more commercial. Okay, that's nice. So the whole idea of starting a pig farm. I want to go back to biosecurity and security generally. Let's talk about security generally. What's the best way to secure your pig farm? What issues comes up when with pig farmers that you've heard of or that you know of that can be corrected? That you have an idea of how to correct them.
Hello, let me get the question right, please.
So my question is that talking about security, what's the best way to have a secured pig farm?
Okay. The best way to have a secured pig farm is number one. That question is actually it depends on how you are viewing the question. Security can come in terms of theft or in terms of your own management to prevent outbreak of diseases and the like. So
we're talking generally, both biosecurity
and physical security.
Yes.
Okay. For physical security, the security of pig farm is like any other farm. So all the measures you have to put, though starting small, might be difficult for you to say you want to employ a full-time security to be taking care of the pig for someone that is starting small. But with that, what I normally recommend is if the housing, even if it is 2 rooms someone is starting with, if it is a kind of a bit secured, because averagely pig is like a cow. It's like a cow business that is not easy to steal just like that. The whole community will know that something is wrong there. Especially if it's the person that has not been going there to feed the pig before. So just packing the pig like that is not that easy. If not that your staff, the person that is taking care of them, knows about it. It's not that easy to steal pig like that. The only thing that can make your pig just found wanted like that is that if you are using wooden body, so and the wood is not that secured like that, even pigs can escape themselves, they will run into the bush and join the bush pig. So that is why you should try your best while you are trying to, like, even if you are starting small, even if it is 1 room, let it be secured very well in such a way that if you are using wooden, let the wooden be tightened in such a way that it's not the type that pigs can easily escape from. So aside that, other physical security from theft, if not that your staff know about it, it's not that easy to steal pig because pig, they are not the weak or the whole neighborhood. Something is actually going wrong on your farm. So that is the way it is. Then when we talk about biosecurity, the basic biosecurity thing is that you don't allow outsider to come into your pig farm. There's this issue of I'm actually expecting if we are going to permit people to ask questions. I know that people will definitely know the question. Issue of African swine fever is a viral disease and it affects a lot of farms, even especially here in Nigeria. The Lagos Okiaru pig farm being the largest pig farm in West Africa. It is being owned by Lagos state government. So all the farm had no single pig left as at last year due to ASF. So and that is why our biosecurity is very, very paramount. The way we take our poultry business so that you don't allow outsiders to come because their cloth can carry the carrier of disease from a particular farm when they've already visited the farm before. So you don't allow anybody to just come into your farm touch your animal, the basic biosecurity measure should be put in place because as beautiful as pig business is, it can be so disastrous when disease enters, especially viral disease. Bacterial disease, they kind of rugged animal that bacteria and fungal disease before it can break them down. At least the level of the disease will have been so chronic. But viral disease, that one doesn't have a PT, so it's better someone take the security measure very very serious. So that is it.
Give us insight into pig farming. Once again, guys, we have Ridwan Bayonle Salahudeen on the phone. He's our guest for today, and he's the one sharing us, giving us insight into pig farming, what needs to be done. Before we recap everything and we give him the chance to give us a little bit what view to what he wants to talk about. I just want to say thank you to our viewers and those that are intending to watch the show later, because I know some people won't be able to watch it live. But I want to say thank you to Yewumi Adebabs for joining us live and commenting on the show. Thank you also, Daola Tunde, for always being the go-to person. And for every other person, thank you so much for joining us. And for those that are still going to watch us after the show, thank you guys. Our views are going up. We have shows that we've been able to get views for about into the thousands. So I'm very grateful for everybody for viewing the show. And to every intending farmers and farmers, thank you for using us as your go-to show to get an idea into what you want to do and how to do it better. So, Ridwan, so I want to give you a little bit of time to give us your experiences and successes in the area of pig farming.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the opportunity given. Actually, I would like to start with a word of encouragement to those on the show that might have it in mind at a particular point in time, or they are just having it as a thought this night that they want to own pig. It's quite a good idea and an interesting business because I am a living testimony of that. Whatever I become today, I can see it in agribusiness industry. Though I'm just a young guy, just trying to striving to be the best I can be in agribusiness, and at least we've thank God today that at least we really know our worth in agribusiness industries. So whatever I become today, the foundation came from pig farming. How I will say that I started pig farming in 2013, early 2013, around January. What actually prompted me to pig farming then was that then, due to this religious mentality that Muslim is not good for you to eat pigs, then I've not really found time to actually ask elder people in religion what does the religion, what does Almighty Allah says about this thing. I was not able to find my let me say my proof very well then before I chose the mentality together with those people that had the mentality then. Then when I finished my OND in 2012, I was left with option of furthering my education at university. At the same time, I wanted to start my career of being an employer of labor. That is what actually prompted me to become an agriculturist in life. So I was like, okay, what can I do to make way for myself? So then I tried to do my feasibility study in poultry industry, rabbit industry. I noticed that the way those one they multiply is not as much as the way pig multiply. So then I sat down. I tried to make my findings at the religious level that what does Almighty Allah says about this. So when I got to the root of the matter, Then I made my decision that I wanted to venture into pig farming. Then I didn't have any building, I didn't have anything. And then I remember I was with only 30,000 naira and I wanted to start something. As of 2012, as a young guy, I had nothing, no land, nothing, no animals. So when I now told one of my friends, this is what I'm thinking, so blah, 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 he now said his father had an abandoned pen that when his father was in service, being a civil servant, that he had the farmland, that farmland is directly at the back of their house. So he was once raising pigs there. So I was like, that's an opportunity. I just grabbed the opportunity, talked to that my friend that, you know what, you will own the pen. So then I will make sure I put the capital down. So I snatched the opportunity. So when I snatched the opportunity, I bought animal. Then I started with 2 female and 1 male. I made sure I bought them from different locations because of inbreeding. I wanted to avoid inbreeding because inbreeding generally in animal, even in crop breeding, is not advisable. So I bought 2 female and 1 male. That 2 female and 1 male, as at that 2012, after that time, I furthered my education into university. So yes, I was still monitoring my pig. It came to, I think before 2013 runs out, one of the female came on it. I mated the female with the male. When I mated the female, 3 months later, 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days later, the pig gave birth to 9. I was so happy then. So I left 9. So I think some months later, the second female too gave birth. So when second female gave birth, the total of the piglet that I was having then was 17. Yes, 17. Out of it, I lost 1. I was having 16 surviving piglets. So, till 2015, when it was 2015, that one too, that my friend, he went for his own HND instead of going to university. HND is much more faster. So when he's done, he wanted to fully settle down. So a lot of issues started coming that the share percentage that I was giving is not okay. Will I give more than the amount I will rent the pen? So I was forced to sell all my piglets there. I think it was the 3rd time my animal they were pregnant. The first 2 female animal that I bought, and out of which about 6 of the female that are even piglets to them, then that they gave birth to, they were already giving birth to. I think I showed about, I'm coming, let me remember, I think I showed about 52 pigs. Yes. Overall, I sold 52 pigs. At the end of like 2 years and some months, when I was forced to just terminate the business because the land was not belonging to me at that part. So I showed about 52 pigs. So when I realized the money, I now think about the whole thing that what's next for me in agribusiness. I just decided that, okay, the first thing for me to get is the reason why I'm even terminating this project is because I'm not the owner of the land. If I was the owner of the land, I would never terminate such kind of business that would make me to become a millionaire just in years interval. So I will never terminate such kind of business. The best thing for me is to get land. Then I just make an arrangement with some surveyor, and the Bayonle land is quite cheaper there. So I was opportune to just get 10 acres of land. Then after that, I just continue hustling here and there, just in agribusiness. But that is the main foundation of my being an agribusiness manager or CEO as I am. So I will advise people and encourage them that start small as anything, even if it is 1 male and 1 female. In the next 1 year, 1.5 years, you will never believe they are your pig again. Because pig, they are so prolific that when they give birth like this, even you yourself, you will be having overnight sleepless nights. Because you will be like, where will I be keeping the piglet if you don't really prepare for this thing? So they will just be giving you a dick when they start multiplying. And before you know it, you become your own millionaire. So that's the way it is. Anybody that is actually looking outside there, I want to start. The best time for you to start is now. It is now. Because their own feeding is not like poultry. For example, now poultry business is only God that is actually that is our own survivor. Because I'm also into poultry too. I can tell you that it's not easy there. Even though for the likes of piggery and rabbitry, someone will have food up if it is only poultry. So piggery is so sweet. When I heard that this topic we are talking about it tonight. I was so happy just to encourage and motivate people that start as small as you can, even at your backyard. Though there's all this mentality that pigs are animal that normally smell, is a lie. It depends on your own management. Yes, I bath for my pig every day. You can never believe you enter pig farm. And my the feces that they produce, the poo, I convert it into manure, turn them to organic manure, compost. So you can never enter my farm and see smells or anything like that of pig. No, that is impossible. So even if it's at the backyard of your house, once your management is okay, they will never smell.
There you have it, guys.
So that's the news. Yeah.
From a young man doing things the right way and getting success in what he's doing. Thank you so much, Ridwan, for sharing your success story with us. I think you've encouraged us to start up a new series where we're going to be talking to young farmers like you that have been able to start small and have grown their businesses into what their farms into what it's meant to be. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. We're very grateful.
Yeah.
And for those that are watching us, I know it's only my face you're seeing. You're not seeing Ridwan's on the screen. It's because of our network back home in Nigeria. We just felt it's a lot easier to do it this way. We'll be able to come back to you hopefully next time. And also, we're going to be having Ridwan on the show once again because I know he's into rabbitry as well, and that's something we're still going to talk about. So, Ridwan, you're going to be sharing your experience with about rabbitry with us very soon. So,
No problem.
we would want to hear a little bit about that as well and give us an idea to someone that wants to start their business as well. So I'm going to say thank you once again for joining us. If you love what we do, subscribe, share, and click on the notification button. And we'll be able to share with you what we're doing next. And also on our social media platforms, FarmerHubTV, we're there. Go on there, comment. Let us have an idea of what you want us to do better. And do like us on Facebook as well. Thank you once again. We'll come back to you sometimes next week. Every week we try to come up with a show, except something comes up. But we'll try our best to come on show. And we're very grateful, Ridwan, once again. If you want to get in touch with him, we have his contact scrolling at the bottom of the screen. He consults as well, and he will be happy to help you start up your farm as little as you want or as big as you want it to be. So just do meet with him, and he'll be able to help you out with what you're doing. Any last word for us, Ridwan?
Okay, let me just leave people watching us with this. Nothing is too small to start with, and nothing is too big to start with. Believe me, success is yours. Once you are really serious with whatever you do farming today, it pays. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Ridwan, and do wish you more successes in what you do, and better growth, and keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much. And we'll come back next week with another topic, another guest, or even it could be Ridwan as well. We never know. We always leave things to God to guide us. So till you come to your way next week, it's peace from here. Remembers always help each other as farmers. Our word for today is farmers helping farmers. As always, remember, if there's no farm, there's no food. No farmers, no food. So do encourage a farmer. Say thank you to a farmer whenever you see them, because without them, we won't have any food on our tables. And so thank you. Do have a lovely day, and we'll see you next week.